Since our last interview, I interviewed Tim Donaghy, the NBA
Oh,
ref,
yeah, okay.
who got caught betting on his own games.
Mhm.
And what he said was interesting. He said that, although he got caught for what he got caught for, he said that during games, he'd get word from the top of the NBA to not do certain calls on superstar players like Kobe. He'd basically be like, listen, these people pay a lot of money to be on these floor seats. They're not here to see their favorite players sit on the bench.
Yeah.
So just don't call certain things and let the Kobes play, on the court.
Yeah.
Specifically, at certain times, the NBA was favoring Kobe. So what kind of message would they tell the refs in terms of, make sure you call every foul and make sure that he's always, there to shoot extra points and so forth? Like how clear was the message coming from the NBA to the refs?
It was very clear. I'll never forget when Kobe was in a playoff series with the Phoenix Suns, and I forget who the defender was, but they called him the Kobe Stopper, or he referred to himself as the Kobe Stopper. And they would show us video of games previously of plays that fouls weren't called, of this guy holding him or defending him too strongly. And they wanted freedom of movement because they wanted higher scoring in these games. So they would show you plays and say, this was a foul that was missed, and these three referees missed this play. Make sure you don't let this happen tonight. Make sure you call this when this happens. And that's how they would program and train the officials in the next game to have more freedom of movement and have Kobe Bryant have the ability to score more points and do well.
So they're basically telling you to give Kobe an advantage and people that were covering him a disadvantage in a way.
Exactly. I remember the guy's name. His name was Raja Bell. Very good defender in the league, and a guy that would defend Kobe very well. And they would just show you a lot of plays of him defensively and saying these plays should have been called a foul, and they weren't. And these referees had a low score officiating-wise because they missed this call. So make sure you call it tonight. And you as an official wanted to get the highest grade possible because that would mean you would advance up the ladder and have more playoff games and make more money. So you would go out and call it.
I mean, did that sort of bother you in a way? Because, this is sort of point fixing to a certain degree, if you really think about it. Coming from, the top of the NBA.
Did it bother me? No, because, you wanted to do the best job you could do, and you were going to go out and do what any employer would tell you to do. And you wanted to progress up that ladder and be one of those officials that refereed the NBA Finals. So you went out and did whatever they told you to do. And in their mind, they were telling you it's what's good for the game because it's going to open this up. Nobody wants to come to an NBA arena and see a game of 85-80. They want to see a flow of it going up and down the floor, lots of points being scored, and a guy like Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or one of the stars in the NBA, putting in 35 points and flying up and down the floor.
Have you seen this?
You know what the NBA is?
A business?
It's entertainment, right? So it's entertainment first. So you have to think of it like that. They're in the business of entertaining, not the business of basketball, right? So, I want my entertainers to be on the court entertaining, not sitting on the sideline because you want to fucking blow your whistle all fucking day, right? Well, he's fouling. I don't give a shit what he's doing. They came to see him play. They didn't come to see him drink fucking Gatorade or water.
Yeah.
Right? So whatever you have to do, look the other way so everyone can be happy here. And that's the truth, right? There's things that Kobe's gonna get away with that I couldn't get away with, right? There's fouls that, because it looked good and I went close to it, and one, crowd, woo, because it all looked amazing at that time, right? You sitting here dunking and jumping. I always ask refs, I said, when someone goes up and dunks on someone, boom, and the ball goes in, why do you call a charge?
Hmm.
It was like, because it's a charge. Do you not know what entertainment is? Who gives a fuck about the charge? He jumped over the man and dunked it. Close your eyes if you have to, and let's go the other fucking way. Take the ball out, or call it and one, dunk it, boom, and one. Why? Sports Center. The fans is going crazy. Happened. The guy who made the dunk, he's gonna go amped up, right? Yeah, it's all part of the bits. That's what I would be telling the refs. All dunks that are charged, but it went in, either you let it go or you call the fucking and one to give that extra. This is killjoy. That's killjoy.
Yeah.
It don't get played on Sports Center like that because it's a turnover. The guy is not happy about it. The fans is disappointed. You done took the whole vibe out of it, right? Enhance the moment. The and one, the blocking foul, you get to be animated. The crowd is fucking jumping. This guy's doing this. It's, you know what I mean? Those are like little things that I look at when I watch the game because it is entertainment.
Well, I mean, you interviewed Rasheed Wallace, who's been ejected more than any other player. And I believe Tim and Rasheed actually got into it at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rasheed tried to fight him at one point, and
yeah, because he felt he was cheating.
Felt he was cheating, which he was.
Because I think when Donaghy got caught, I think something happened with Rasheed, and he got paid back some of his fines.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what he said was actually kind of interesting. He said, and I remember I researched this as well. Like when they went through all the games and everything else like that, when the FBI investigation was happening, they didn't really see him essentially calling certain fouls in order to benefit his own bets. But what he said, which was interesting, is that he knew ahead of time who the refs were for a certain game, and he knew who the refs didn't like. And based on that information, he had just an obscenely high percentage of winning, because he knew that refs a lot of times will make the game, especially when not the game, but the spread.
Mm-hmm.
If it's down to a point or two and he knows that this ref doesn't like Iverson, which at one point all the refs essentially kind of banded against Iverson to the point where Iverson's like, all right, is that enough? Did y'all get your revenge at this point? They're like, yeah, we got it. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That he essentially started just winning at a 70, 80% percentile. And they changed the laws after that. After he got caught, they changed laws where you didn't know who the refs were for certain games until right before.
Listen, point spread, he will have to go to the games and tell us which games he did. Has he ever done that?
I mean, they went through the whole system.
Is it public?
Yeah.
Which games?
Yeah.
And they have the spread and the
all that
point,
all that,
over under. See, I would like.
I mean, he went to prison for it.
No, what I'm
the
saying
other day he got caught.
I mean, is it public for everyone?
Yeah.
Because I would like to look at it, and then I can tell you exactly what he was cheating on.
Okay.
Because what happens is a point spread is hard, very hard. It's easy if you can. Let's say this is let's say who's playing? Let's say Lakers versus Philadelphia, right? Lakers supposed to win by 10. That spread, it's easy to keep it under 10, right? That's pretty easy, right? A little layup here that miss, and you're looking at the spread, boom, you call a foul, give him 2 free throws, right? You can do that. LeBron goes in there, hits someone and scores it, fucking offensive foul, take away those 2 points. Pretty easy. When it comes to the three and under, that's going to be difficult because you can't account for guys just making shots out of your control. Someone step back 3, right? You can't, that's fucking hard, right? Oh, call it off. Oh, travel. It's hard to do that, right? You start looking goofy. Easiest thing to do is over under, right? If the game's supposed to be 215 and all the money is on the over, it's easy to fix that.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you're playing to the stars. Now you're playing to the stars. Them Luka, step back. It looked like he got hit. Foul. 3 shots. Right? Stop the clock. Get the points. It's easy to hit that over. So I want to see if he was doing it more on spreads or more on over-unders.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I interviewed Pete Rose, who also got caught gambling. And essentially, he was betting on his own team. But what they said was, at the time, he wasn't a player. He was a general manager. And they were saying that that was just a very dangerous position because he could switch players up.
No, facts.
And essentially make the spread extremely easily. Okay, I know this guy's about to hit a home run. We just won't put him up a bat.
Yeah.
And I'll win.
Was he betting for his team or against his team?
He said he always bet for his team. Some other information came out that didn't quite coincide with it. At the end of the day, he's the hit king. He's had more hits than anyone in the history of baseball. And he's not in the Hall of Fame because of that.
Well, he's not in the Hall of Fame because he was betting on...
Yes, he's been banned from the sport.
He's been betting on his team after he was done playing?
No, while he was a general manager.
Well, he's not playing, though.
He's not playing, but he's on the team.
As a general manager?
As a general manager.
No, what I'm saying is, what is his baseball career?
Yeah, listen,
his baseball career don't have nothing to do with his general manager.
I feel you. I think that it's a message, but then again, a lot of players in baseball, like the...
So what's worse?
The Mark McGuires, the Jose Cansecos, we'll see whether... I mean, A-Rod's not in the Hall of Fame, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of players who have like the steroids associated with them. I know it's a little different, but the thing is, I think when it comes to these types of prestigious things, if there's asterisk by your name, they'd rather just not have you in there at all.
But the problem is, this is the problem with all of it.
Barry Bonds?
We don't know who was on it. These are the people who got caught.
Who got caught, yeah.
But if this guy just got into the NFL or the baseball and he's doing it, who introduced him to it? Who introduced him to it? Who introduced that person, that person, that person? So if there was franchise, if I'm going to the Texans and they're helping me do it, you gotta question every fucking player who's ever played on this organization.